Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is the Castronaut speaking, and today we're going to be looking at a terrible Black Ops 6 hot take. Terrible hot take, by the way. I'm just going to say it out there. Nothing this guy says will make sense, so I'm sorry if you lose brain cells watching this video. This guy clearly has an IQ of 0, in my opinion. Let's see what he says. Let's see if he makes a gourmet dish or whatever the hell Plankton makes. Let's see.
You know, guys, with all the hype surrounding Call of Duty Black Ops 6, this has led me to the belief that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 could be the biggest scam in Call of Duty history. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'd go even a step further as to say this will be the biggest scam in Call of Duty history. Now, before you get your panties in a twist and all the Call of Duty fanboys in the comment section tell me to off myself, say my opinion's irrelevant, etc., without even watching the full video, you know, average view duration exists. I can see that in my analytics, but anyways, I digress. Just hear me out, guys, because I feel like
alright, let me just continue on. This guy's gonna yap about nothing for so long. Blah, 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 blah. There we go.
Let's get into the first point. Point number one as to why Black Ops 6 will be the biggest scam in Call of Duty history. Well, the pretty obvious point here is nostalgia baiting. We saw it with Modern Warfare 2019 and we saw it with Modern Warfare 2. And of course, we all know that Call of
Do you know how bad, do you know how bad nostalgia baiting is when it comes to a take? Nostalgia baiting is just, let me say, in a philosophical way, an idea where you can just throw it out there just because you think the game is not good and they don't meet with your expectations. That's nostalgia baiting, and it only works with, in my opinion, I think, I don't know, EA games, because they're a little more greedy with when it comes to Activision. And it would be nostalgia baiting if Black Ops 6 did not have Black Ops 6 characters or a Black Ops 6 timeline, and it doesn't make sense when it comes to the story. That's nostalgia baiting. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's nostalgia baiting, and it's a terrible take because it rarely works as a hot take. It only works if the game is just terrible to begin with. That's how I would, in my opinion, use nostalgia baiting. I digress. Let's just look at whatever this guy is talking about.
It's a fantastic track record when it comes to reviving old nameplates, right? I'm sure you guys can sense my sarcasm. MW19, as far as I'm concerned, is the worst Call of Duty in the entire franchise, bar none from a multiplayer standpoint. It changed a bunch of things. I made an entire video essay on this. If you guys
pause. What? Are you serious, my guy? Do you know what you're talking about? The Call of Duty franchise needed Modern Warfare 2019 because it did great. This guy just, my god, doesn't make sense. Bro, Modern Warfare 2019 was the most important Call of Duty game because Call of Duty needed to come back, and this guy saying it's bad because reasons. And I'm not gonna watch that video. Come on. And it's just, come on. What the hell? Does he even know what he's talking about? The only reason he talks about this stuff, I don't think he's a Call of Duty fan to begin with. I'm just throwing it out there. He's not a Call of Duty fan. That's it. He's not a Call of Duty fan.
I'm gonna go watch that. I'm not gonna harp on this too long. Modern Warfare 2 2022 is another prime example of this. We had MW.
Again, great game. They worked on it, great, but just Modern Warfare 3 was a little bit iffy on that point. And the thing is, again, with Modern Warfare 2019, what the thing he said, come on. It doesn't make sense how he says, like, oh, it's a bad game because of reasons.
2, everybody was like, oh my goodness, Modern Warfare 2 is coming back. We're back, boys. And Modern Warfare 2 2022 was basically a worse version of Modern Warfare 2019. Now, it's a close tie for me between MW2 and Modern Warfare 2019, but I know I will get some hate for this. I give the edge to Modern Warfare 2 2022 just slightly because of the maps. I don't think there's any good maps in Modern Warfare 2019, and I understand that's my opinion, it's subjective, and there's going to be people I disagree with.
Terrible take, brother. Like, come on. I think the only reason he doesn't like it is because of matchmaking. Like, you know, there are other factors, right, to making this game great. The matchmaking might not be amazing or good. You know, there are other things, right? You know that? This guy clearly doesn't. He's gonna break my mind. I'm serious. I did this. This is okay. Let me tell you guys this. This is the 5th time I'm recording this, technically, and this guy's gonna break my mind. Like, I'm gonna have to go to a mental hospital, bro. Oh my god. Let's continue on.
Comment section. That is completely fine. But the point I'm trying to make here is that they do not have a good track record when it comes to reviving old nameplates. Example, MW19 and Modern Warfare 2. Point number 2. EOMM will be dialed up to 11. We all know that this is going to happen. Engagement optimized matchmaking is here to stay, and it's going to be an epidemic for the next few Call of Duty games, if not every single Call of Duty game moving forward. We have things like rigging algorithms, rigging outcomes of matches, skill-based damage, etc. etc.
Okay, continuing on. This guy's just saying he's just he wasn't good at the game. That's just a roast, by the way. And the thing is, as far as I know, I think they're fixing the matchmaking in Black Ops 6. This guy clearly doesn't know that. He should probably research it. If I'm wrong on that, please comment down below how I'm wrong and just correct me if I'm wrong. Other than that, this guy's just making, oh, it's just gonna be bad. Let's see if he can redeem himself. I know he's not gonna redeem himself. You don't know that.
These are all seen throughout patents that Activision actually owns. Now, I don't have any proof that it's in the game, but the people that like to come here and say that I need to prove that it's in the game don't have any proof that it's not in the game. Now, I understand I'm the one making the argument, and the burden of proof does fall on me, but the fact of the matter is, we don't have any proof either confirming nor denying the fact.
That doesn't help with your case, by the way. Doesn't help that, oh, it neither confirms or deny that it's not in the game, or it is. Either say that I think it is in the game, or say I believe that it might be in the game. If he said that, I could have respected that. But the thing is, this guy's gonna imply on the most outrageous things just so he can get his point across, and that pisses me off because the guy just is doing it for some personal thing in his head. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. What the hell are you doing? Let's continue on.
That skill-based damage, EOMM, and all of these other patents are at play in Call of Duty multiplayer. But one thing I do know is that if it isn't EOMM and it is in fact skill-based matchmaking, well, I'm pretty sure the skill-based matchmaking is going to be dialed up to 11, because if we all remember the last Black Ops game we got being Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, the EOMM and SBMM in that game was by far the worst I've ever seen in the franchise. Black Ops Cold War is the only Call of Duty game. Now, I don't know if this is because of, you know, the non-resetting streaks, and everybody can get streaks, even bad players, but it is the only Call of Duty game that I refused to play solo. When you played this game solo, it was absolute slugfest. It was sweaty, you couldn't move. The game was made to be fast, but it didn't play fast because the skill-based matchmaking was cranked up to 11. Now, this is just my experience. Throughout seeing comments on my channel, I do understand that there are people.
Does he know what he's talking about? Because he's talking about, oh, the matches are sweaty and all that. Meanwhile, in the video he's playing extremely sweaty, in my opinion. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, this is very hypocritical, because he's clearly saying, oh, it's sweaty. Meanwhile, when you look at his gameplay, it's just extremely sweaty. He's jumping all over the place. He's running all over the place like it's the end of the world. That's why I'm not a big fan of movement. That's like the biggest reason I'm not a huge fan of movement in Call of Duty games. But I'm not gonna complain like it's the end of the world though. Let's continue on.
That, you know, say, oh, I didn't have any problems on that game, it was great. And it's just like, this just goes to show how the algorithms really affect everybody's experience on the game. Maybe you're a below average player, maybe you're an above average player, maybe you're just bone stock average. Like, you're just kind of meh. And the experience to you isn't that bad because you don't have to face the competition that I face. But I don't know. All I know is that EOMM or SBMM will more than likely be in the game just simply because the sales numbers aren't down. And you can see this through tweets here. Do you guys remember the last video where I talked about the Steam charts and how Black Ops 6 was the best-selling game on Steam pre-order category? Well, unfortunately, the same thing has rang true for the console side. And as you can see here from this Charlie Intel tweet, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Vault Edition is currently the most pre-ordered item on the PlayStation Store.
In my opinion, I kind of praise that because they actually did not disappoint. And plus, if you want to buy a game before it actually releases, it's your opinion. Go for it, buy it. And personally, I would wait until at least the beta or the alpha comes out, and that's it. It's just, come on, that's really. And also, before I continue on, really important, a skill-based matchmaking. How the game is played is really important through the game's life cycle. It's because it's gonna affect how the next game is gonna turn out. If a game's skill-based matchmaking is just terrible, people just stop playing the game. They're gonna notice that, oh, there's not a lot of people playing the game. Let's see how we can fix that. And next season they do something like, I don't know, story-wise amazing or skin-wise amazing or a whole new game mode. And if they say, oh, it's popping off in the beginning, but it immediately crashes down, they're gonna figure out eventually, oh, it's skill-based matchmaking, so we have to fix that. And as far as I know, they're actually fixing that.
A cross-gen bundle in the...
But please, if I am wrong and they're not fixing that, tell me. I'll take your grace. I'm not
as well.
I'm not a 9-year-old who is just screams if I'm wrong.
So I should note here also that the Vault Edition is the most expensive version of Call of Duty you can buy. And of course, that is the best-selling pre-order item on PlayStation. None of this surprises me. None of this should surprise anybody watching this video. But the fact of the matter is, if the rumors were true about skill-based matchmaking being toned down in Black Ops 6, you could pretty much take that rumor and throw that in the fucking trash can now. Because everybody...
Again, the thing is, like I said, skill-based matchmaking needs to be down. That's how a lot of people are gonna have fun. It's because the lobbies are gonna be equal, balanced, everyone's gonna have a good time. That really affects the game's life cycle. It has to be down, regardless of how many people are playing it or buying the game. If a lot of people buy it and they're like, oh, let's just do it for giggles, it's just like, it's bad. It's just bad in general. I don't think they would do that. Treyarch clearly has the brain cells. Activision doesn't. But the thing is, it's Treyarch. They really like their titles, and they're not going to do that just because. Let's just continue on and see the brain rot this guy's talking about. As far as I'm in the video, this guy's been making a terrible dish. I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna rate this video out of something.
On Steam and PlayStation, and I'm sure the same rings true for Xbox, have gone out and pre-ordered the game, and not even just pre-ordered the game, they bought the best, most expensive edition of the game. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're one of the people that buys this game for $70 or $100 in this case, I believe that's how much the Vault Edition is, and a few months later you complain about skill-based matchmaking, you have nobody to blame but yourself, and this right here is why we'll have no change in Call of Duty. But I've stated this numerous times, and I don't really feel like I need to explain it much further. Point number 3 is that there's zero carryover from Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 6. This is perfectly summarized here in this Charlie Intel tweet. He says, carry forward update. When Call of Duty Black Ops 6 integrates with Warzone, all Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 6 content will be available in Warzone. That's great. But in Black Ops 6 multiplayer and zombies, only only Black Ops 6 content will be available to you. So in short, if you're a Warzone player, you get to keep all your stuff. If you're somebody who spends money...
Okay, just so I can continue, say this. It's a good thing that Carry Forward's not going to be continuing on. Hold on, the lighting is terrible. There we go, you can see my face. Anyways, it's a good thing that Carry Forward's not happening. Is because the reason only Carry Forward existed is because Modern Warfare 3 was clearly supposed to be a premium DLC. And just for a quick catch, they, in my opinion, clearly did not have a lot of content to begin with. That's why they said, oh, let's just do Carry Forwards. And come on, man, really? You're really gonna do that? We all know how Modern Warfare 3 turned out. People are gonna still play this game because Call of Duty. What you gonna do? And immersion. We need immersion. The thing is, if it's a Black Ops game, we're gonna need Black Ops characters like Adler, Woods, and I don't know if Mason's dead, unfortunately, in Black Ops 6. They're using Black Ops 2. It's half of it's canon, the flashback. I'm just telling you now if you don't know. Anyways, a lot of Black Ops characters, and we need that because of immersion. It tells us, the gamers, and the people who are going to buy the game, that's going to be a Black Ops game, and it's going to be having Black Ops characters, weapons, and skins. And if Carry Forward did happen, that is when you put the nostalgia baiting alert in the video. And that is when nostalgia baiting is, in my opinion, a kind of decent yet bad way to put it. Let's just continue on and see what this guy's talking about. This guy gave me like 17 minutes of content right here.
$70 on a game every year, you can go fuck yourself and not have any of the skins carry over from Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 6. Now, I know some people aren't going to care about this, but this is extremely anti-consumer, and there's kind of an ulterior motive here for Activision, and that is the fact that they could sell it to you again. They did this with Modern Warfare 2019 to Modern Warfare 2. We all remember the 4th of July bundle. The copy-paste blueprint that they took from Modern Warfare 2019 and put it into MW2 and sold it to you for a higher price. And let's not forget about Snoop Dogg. How many Snoop Doggs have we seen? We've seen Snoop Dogg, if my memory serves me correctly, we've seen Snoop Dogg in Modern Warfare 2, we saw him in Vanguard, and we saw him in Modern Warfare 3. So they're gonna release another Snoop Dogg, another Nicki Minaj, all this other shit, upsell it, charge you more money, so you have to buy it again, just so you can lose it again next year. This is why I'm against buying skins in general. It's extremely anti-consumer, and this Carry Forward thing I knew was way too good to be true, and there was no way they were going to do it again. The only reason why they did it with Modern Warfare 2 to 3 is because Modern Warfare 3 is an over-glorified DLC for Modern Warfare 2, but we're not going to get into that. But even so, this is a huge L for Call of Duty as a whole, and only the Call of Duty community would find a way to spin this and make it seem like it's a good thing, when they don't even realize they're being slapped in the face and Activision is spitting and shit all over them, and they just take it with a smile. They've honestly convinced themselves that this is a good thing simply because of immersion. It's gonna ruin the immersion if we have Modern Warfare skins in Black Ops. It doesn't fit the setting. It's gonna ruin the immersion. This is the most common argument I hear from them.
This guy needs a brain. This guy just needs a brain. It's kind of hypocritical in my opinion. The guy says that it's a nostalgia bait, even though it's not a nostalgia bait, and it has all the Black Ops characteristics, and he wants Carry Forward in Black Ops 6. Like, do you hear yourself? It's gonna be nostalgia baiting if, and only if, the Carry Forwards were allowed in Black Ops 6, even though they clearly have a lot of the content to begin with. Like, come on, man. Really? Really? Yikes.
And it just makes me like sit there and like, huh? Like, you know that huh cat meme? I'll put that up on fucking screen right now. Like, huh? Like, I don't even know how to respond to this, bro. You really think that they're going to keep the skins realistic?
Okay, he put a meme out there. Now I gotta do the same thing. Think, my guy. Think.
You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die. Think, Mark, think.
Do you know what you're talking about? Do you know how hypocritical you sound when you say nostalgia baiting and you need carry forwards? If not, it's not going to be fun anymore. That's you. And your argument to not sound, I don't know, hypocritical is, oh, skins are bad, even though I bet that you buy a lot of skins. It's just my critical thinking tells me that you buy a lot of skins.
And there's not gonna be any cringy duck skins and fucking furries and Easter bunnies and shit sliding and booty sliding all over the fucking place doing omnidirectional movement 360.
Omnidirectional movement is actually good. It's gonna make the game so much fun. And I also bet this guy's gonna be playing Black Ops 6. This guy is gonna be playing Black Ops 6 when it releases, and I'm gonna come back, make this video again, just to tell you guys that, oh, look at him. He is actually playing Black Ops 6.
No scopes and shit. You really think that that's not going to happen? Well, don't take my word for it. Don't take it from the guy who's been playing the game for 15 years. Take it from Treyarch themselves, because Charlie Intel's reporting here that Treyarch confirmed to IGN that they will be adding all sorts of skins to Black Ops 6 post-launch. But day one will focus on the base/immersive items. Oh, that's so good. Thank you, Treyarch. I appreciate that. So day one, you won't be running around with any of those skins so that it doesn't break the immersion in that narrative we want. Now, of course, we're going to add things like that.
This guy clearly is not a Call of Duty fan, because a Call of Duty fan, a true one, is gonna be liking the lore, and the lore doesn't disappoint. The thing I get, like, after Modern Warfare 3, the lore is just downhill kind of, but that's just Modern Warfare. Black Ops, oh boy, bro, you don't know what's happening. Last game, like, the guy blew up Verdansk. There's a Perseus that redid the numbers and kind of won, and we don't know what happened with that, and we're gonna figure it out here if the Perseus story is gonna be continuing on, or they're gonna use it to make a completely new and original story, and I think that's what Treyarch's gonna do. And if he says something like, oh, it's for babies, I'm done.
That into post-launch. We know players love those things. Yeah, children love those things. And then we'll find...
Oh my god. What? What? Children love those. What do you mean children love those things? Come on, man. Excuse me? You're not a Call of Duty fan. I bet you lost a lot of matches, and you're so sorry about that. I'm gonna breathe. Editor me is gonna be cutting this part out. Just me breathing. I'm back. I took a breather.
Really cool things that tie to the Black Ops lore and all new exciting stuff as well. So the question I have to you guys after hearing that quote is, why are you against carry forward if they're just going to release the same cringy shit again?
Not a good argument. Not a good argument. That shouldn't surprise you. Call of Duty is gonna do that anyway.
Later on, and they're gonna charge you money for it. Like, you could have had your cringe shit from the last game carry over to Black Ops 6, and you wouldn't have had to spend a fucking dime. But now, you're strong-armed into buying that if you're into those skins and shit. And I know I like to joke and sit here and call you cringe and all this, but genuinely, I don't give a shit what you do with your money. So if you're somebody who buys skins, you shouldn't be happy that none of the carry forward comes over. You own those items, man. And now they're just slapping you in the face, and they're like, well, we're gonna keep it immersive for a little bit, and then we're gonna add cringy shit later on, so you can shell out the credit card and buy our cringy shit later on. Like, what? Am I the only one who thinks this is just a big fucking L? Like, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. But there's one more thing I want to cover here before I close out the video, and that's if you're a zombies player, perhaps you think you're free from all of these algorithms and the shitty microtransactions. You feel like I'm just gonna buy the game for zombies, and I really don't care about the microtransaction side of things because I don't play multiplayer and I could care less. Well, there was a point that was brought up.
I'm sorry, before you even continue, look at the gameplay. Look how he's moving. I gotta really emphasize, this guy said that there are a lot of sweaty nerds playing Call of Duty, and meanwhile this guy is so, like, his movement is so out of this world. Like, come on, man, look who's talking.
By one of my Discord members, and he goes by the name of Ghost Ops Zone, and I will be putting his channel in the description so you guys can check him out. But he brought up
I'm not gonna be putting his channel in the description. I am gonna be putting this video in the description if you want to see it yourself.
Great point that I didn't even think of because I'm not primarily a zombies player, and that's the fact that Gobblegums could actually be monetized and more than likely will be added to bundles for astronomical prices. So perhaps that's not game breaking for you. Perhaps there's people here that are like, well, who gives a shit? It's just Gobblegums. It's not that big of a deal. And maybe that is the case. But the simple fact of the matter,
this guy clearly doesn't know. I think Inkslasher talked about this, but our other zombies YouTubers talked about this. Call of Duty had a Gobblegum system in Black Ops, I think 4 or 3. Black Ops 3, yes, Black Ops 3. So, in Black Ops 3, the Gobblegum system was pay to win. People didn't like that, and looking at Treyarch, they love their Easter eggs, and you can clearly see the books. I'm gonna be putting an image right here, if that's possible. So there was like books that for like thanks for the feedback and Gobblegums in the top, which means the Gobblegums are going to be a better system than there were in Black Ops 3. So do not worry about that. It's going to be a better system. Let's just see how good it's going to be.
is they're gonna monetize the fuck out of zombies too, just like they do with multiplayer. And all of this culminates into making Call of Duty Black Ops 6 the biggest scam in Call of Duty history. Do you agree with my take? Do you disagree with my take? Let me know how you feel in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like the video. If you did not enjoy today's video, make sure to bitch slap the shit out of that dislike button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't forget to turn that notification bell on so you never miss when I...
Alright, I'm gonna cut that out, editor me. So, the thing is, this guy's take and the final meal he gave me after he was in the kitchen for way too long, or it was really raw, bro. Like, come on, really? It's raw, bro. It's raw! Like, come on, man. Your take is so bad. I talked about it for like 28 minutes or 30 minutes. Like, it gave me a lot of content with just this 11 or 10 minute, 11 minute video. Like, come on, really? That's the best you can do? And I'm just gonna throw this out there. You're gonna be playing Black Ops 6, and I know it. If this guy just so happened to be watching my video, hey, make a video about it. Make a video about it. I'll react to it. I'm gonna make a new video about it. Other than that, before I go, I rate this video 5 chum buckets out of 5. That doesn't mean it's good. It's a chum bucket. See you all right later. Like, subscribe, hit that notification. If you didn't like this video, dislike. Comment down below what you didn't like about it. And see you later, guys. Goodbye.